the Osmo Mobile 4. They've gotten so lazy that they've just called it the DJI OM4. Hey guys, it's Zachary from HardwareZone and welcome back to the lab. Today, I'm going to be checking out the DJI Osmo Mobile 4. There is a nice pouch, the wrist strap. We have an alignment guide for a phone, and we've got magnet ring holders. It is strong with that. Okay. Tripod, the OM4 unit itself. This looks more or less like the 3, except of course that now the swivel head is where you would attach the magnetic ring holder. Whoa, hear that? It's wow. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be doing that. This is also a ring holder, so you have 2 magnet ring holders, or at least 1 magnet ring holder which goes at the back of your phone, and 1 magnetic clip. So I've got my phone with me and we can start putting this together. So we've got 2 magnets. One is the clip version, right? It actually even has an icon on it which says this phone camera in this direction, so you won't put it in the wrong direction. That's pretty cool. And of course the ring magnet, and this one sticks to the back of your phone via an adhesive at the back, and it's got an alignment guide. You can see it against the wall. Can you see it against the wall? Yeah. I'm just going to use the clip magnet. It doesn't matter what phone you have, iOS, GMS, HMS, you're going to be able to install the DJI app through its official store. And there we go. Apps in. Let's try to connect this. Bam! Bam! Let's see if it recognizes. Whoop. Gimbal. Oh, I already have a firmware for this. What has been updated? Optimize gimbal auto calibration function. Fix the phone skewing error for certain models. Optimize user experience. Fix minor bugs. Install. Okay, so now we have to wait some more. And we heard the ting, so it's done. Let's see. Oh, okay. Now, how do I turn off its pretty mode? Ooh, okay, Glamour Effects. I'm just going to read what it does. Right, this whole bunch of glamour effects. Slims down your face, smoothens, brightens, enlarges eyes, gives you rosy cheeks. Am I more rosy? Am I less rosy? Don't really notice it that much. Lighten the whole surrounding, enlarge my eyes. Ooh. Whoa. Brighten my face, smoothen my face, slim down my face. Anyway, let's turn this off for now. We can test that again later if this doesn't work out quite well. Yeah, so anyway, why don't we just snap this on like how they do it in the video. Double tap the M button and it goes. Oh, now we're gonna see what a really messy lab looks like. It turns about 270 degrees, I think. It doesn't go all the way. Yep. Okay, that's it. That stops. And Here's how far it will go. Line up, down. Okay, pretty cool. Let's see what other options there are here. That's slow motion, dynamic zoom. I'll probably test it out when I actually have a person to do it with. So I found my willing participant for this segment. Meet George the bear. George is going to help me test out that new dynamic zoom feature in the DJI Mimo app. So dynamic zoom, basically it tries to keep your subject in focus while either zooming in or out the background, so you kind of get this cool psychedelic effect. So let's do this. Dyna zoom. So once you choose Dyna zoom, you can choose either move in or move out, and there's this helpful little like illustration or small little video to show you what that effect would look like. We'll see if we get the same kind of effect, but we'll choose move in first since we are out, and we're going to move in, and then from in we'll do the move out, and we'll try to see if this works as advertised or is it just another gimmick. Okay, so it looks like, okay, that's our bear. Yep, some Inception level camera work here. So okay, we lock focus on George and then start and zoom in. Video created successfully. Now we'll do a move out. Let's start this same thing. We move out. There's a helpful arrow there, tells you what to do. Okay, background. Oh, this is further than where we were. Looks like moving in is smoother. Moving out is a bit iffy. It's not as smooth, the process, and I noticed that our friend George here gets blurred out. Guys, I'm out in the park. Nice evening for a run. I've got the OM4 with me, so I'm just going to do a quick test. OM4 in one hand and another phone in the other hand, basically no stabilization. Just going to test out how well it does with stabilization and auto tracking. I'm just going to run to the end of the path to where the garbage bin is behind me, and I'm going to track that. So here it goes. So I was out here in the park shooting those stabilization shots with the OM4 yesterday, and guess what came in the mail today? Boom! GoPro Hero 9 Black! Yeah! And since the Hero 9 has updated stabilization, I thought I'd come back here and do the same test. Okay, so it's kind of getting dark here. It's past 7. I just wanted to see how Active Track sort of works at night or in the evening, low light. Probably enables sport mode so it moves quicker. Let's highlight my face. Here we go. Really? There we go, Active Track in the evening. Okay, back in office, what do I really think of the OM4? Well, let's put it this way. There aren't many big brands that sort of compete with DJI in this sort of segment, right? You've got a lot of other Chinese brands, you've got a lot of Kickstarter projects. In fact, I've backed and bought one of these Kickstarter projects, I think about 3 years ago. That was the Snowpa Atom. At that time, the Atom had a lot more features than DJI had to offer. Gimbals were huge and bulky then. The Atom was one of the first, or I think even the first gimbal to have this compact folding design. It had wireless charging on its clamp, so you could charge your phone while using the gimbal and free up a port. It even had a 3.5mm jack, a mic jack, so you can plug in an external mic directly into the gimbal, which was great for videography and vlogging. Now you're gonna ask, where's my Snowpa Atom? Why am I not comparing it with the OM4 right now? That's because sometime earlier this year, the motor just went haywire and it wouldn't stabilize anymore. If I remember correctly, it was more of a hassle to try and send it back for warranty, so I just didn't bother. Now, as for the OM4, after using it for the past couple of days, I don't think I will be able to use another gimbal without like this magnet system. It is really the way to go. You know, with previous gimbals or with my Atom, every time you have to stop shooting or use your phone, you have to unclamp the phone, and that means you had to reclamp it, you had to readjust it, you had to recalibrate it almost every other time. With this magnet system, since the clamp is already on your phone and it's always there, it's always at the right place, you just have to sort of put the gimbal on standby, snap it out. You know, you can check your footage, you can use your phone, send some mail, send some messages, whatever, and then when you need to shoot it again, just snap it on and you're ready to go. Now, it's not to say that you never have to recalibrate. I've done it once or twice, but it really drastically reduces the need to do so, and it's just so much simpler. Besides this new magnetic clamp, the OM4 actually has a much more powerful motor in it compared to the Osmo Mobile 3, and that means it can handle even heavier phones, right? I think DJI's specs put it at about 230 grams plus minus 60, which means I think the maximum load would be 290 grams. The Osmo Mobile 3 is already able to handle the heaviest phones out there today. That means the OM4 has more leeway for phones to get larger, but in reality, I think that would mean that this gimbal would struggle less against the heavier phones, so the motors would heat up less, and that would give you sort of smoother stabilization, especially if you had one of these larger phones. The difference between the OM4 and the Osmo Mobile 3 is rather minimal. The size is almost identical, the design is almost the same, buttons and controls, everything is there, and even battery life I think is about the same. DJI puts it at about 15 hours of battery life with a 2.5 hour charging time. Now, I haven't really ran down the battery because to me it definitely will last longer than your phone, and if you're shooting and your phone dies and you need to charge your phone, you might as well charge the gimbal together with it, right? Unless you're the kind that will swap out phones if you have that many phones to shoot with. That's one of the reasons why I didn't test every single feature in this video. They aren't like specifically tied to the performance of the OM4, you know, other than stabilization. I just wanted to try out some of the new things they added in the Mimo app. And in that regard, you don't actually have to buy the OM4. Now, you get the OM4 because of this really cool magnet clamp system, and I really do love it. But you can get the Osmo Mobile 3 for a lot cheaper with just about all the features that you need, right? This is not really that expensive. I think it retails for 193 Singapore dollars. That's under $200 for top of the line gimbal. But the Osmo Mobile 3 I think you can find them on sale these days for between $120 to $150, right? And they are virtually identical in terms of size, compactness. You know, you have the same folding design, usage, buttons, and of course the Mimo app. So you're going to get all those features that we tried out today, like the dynamic zoom and the clone me panel, and most of those stuff are basically the same. So unless you really want the latest and the greatest, I don't know, maybe you're an enthusiast, advanced user and you need it for work, or you need it for whatever you need to do, then sure, I think the OM4 is a great product. But you know, if you just want to dabble in shooting and you just want a gimbal for fun, I would probably just get the Osmo Mobile 3. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. You know what's the other great thing about having a magnetic clamp? You can do things like this. Hey guys, before you go, don't forget to check out HardwareZone.com for more of our articles, trends, reviews. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Join in the conversation. Like and subscribe to our YouTube if you want to see more of these videos. Do it!